It's not about what you want when you are responsible for a team. It's about understanding what people on the team need. I would say understand what you want first, understand what motivates you, what drives you, what resonates with you, and then take a leap of faith. Every company needs to be very thoughtful and intentional about bringing in the right diversity on the team. It's not just about women, it's also about Black and Latinx. I would say to understand each person, understand their strengths, and at the same time, share your strengths and weaknesses too. Be vulnerable as a leader, be open to learning, and be a great listener to start with. Don't judge yourself too harsh. It's okay to make mistakes, learn from mistakes. So have the confidence, go for it.
Hi all. So today I will welcome Rohini on 10 Minutes of Hiring Wisdom, who is a senior hands-on technical leader with over 20 years of experience in software development and leadership roles. She has experience working in small startup environments to larger billion-dollar companies. She currently is working for a unicorn company that has grown exponentially, especially during the pandemic. She has experience in architecting multi-tenant, highly scalable software systems and proven abilities in leading agile engineering teams. Let's welcome Rohini on 10 Minutes of Hiring Wisdom, where she will tell us about what she's learned along the way and how we can learn from her learnings. Hi, Rohini. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Minal, for having me
Of
here.
course. So, Rohini, can you tell a little about your journey, where you currently are at?
Yeah, sure. So I'm currently with a company called Gusto as head of product engineering team for medium-sized businesses that provides all-in-one people platform for payroll, benefits, and HR products. So employers can manage their growing team all in one place.
Okay, and you are working with a company that's fastly growing. How has your experience been working for a company, especially because you're managing your own team? How has the experience been for yourself?
It's amazing. I mean, I love working with people. I love building effective engineering teams, solving business problems, have the right outcome and impact for the company and the customer. So it's been very energizing and yeah, exhilarating.
Okay, and Rohini, you've had a varied experience. So you worked with smaller companies, you worked with bigger companies. Can you maybe showcase some of the pros and cons working for different types of companies? Just because I think some people stick with bigger companies, some people stick with smaller companies, but you've had the best of both worlds, which is interesting. So would love to hear more about that.
Yeah, it's definitely, as you said, different worlds. Startup companies have their own set of challenges, their own set of opportunities. Big companies, again, have different challenges and different opportunities. So it goes back to what exactly you're looking for. I mean, I started with larger companies to begin with and later moved to smaller companies and over time realized I really enjoy growing companies. I mean, I was with a startup called Next Issue Media that got acquired by Apple. Was the third engineer there. Have built the product ground up. Of course, it was the first time I was actually involved in scaling engineering teams. Was scary to start with because I lacked confidence in what it takes to understand being responsible for other people's career, help them grow. But I think with the right mentors, with the right network and coaches, and of course, believing in yourself definitely helped. What I would encourage people to do is be yourself, be human to start with, understand, and it's not about what you want when you are responsible for a team. It's about understanding what people on the team need. It's about the right impact and the right intent. So yeah, I would say understand what you want first, understand what motivates you, what drives you, what resonates with you, and then take a leap of faith. Any company, it's not set in stone that it will work or it is going to fail. It has to be what drives you and what you're looking to learn.
No, no, I think you highlighted one of the most important characteristics of a leader, which is not knowing that it's not about you, but it's about what the team needs. And I would love to understand how can a good leader identify what a team needs at the end of the day? Because I mean, you have 10 to 15 people. Each individual is a different person. Each individual might have different needs. So how can you come up with a solution that would best cater to the team's needs altogether?
Yeah. I would say it goes back to understanding, again, starts with building trust with each individual on the team, understanding what resonates with them, and what drives them, and what their strengths are, and where the gaps are. There is a guidance on how you can be an effective leader, but end of the day, it goes back to what an individual needs, and catering your empowerment style to map to that individual and help them grow in their career. So it's critical, I would say, to understand each person, understand their strengths, and at the same time share your strengths and weaknesses too. Be vulnerable as a leader, be open to learning, and be a great listener to start with.
Okay, no, no, I think I can definitely understand that. And Rohini, I'd love to understand. So, you initially mentioned that you lacked a lot of self confidence. You are in a field which is mainly dominated by men. It's a patriarchal. There's a lot of men and everything. So, how is it like working in a field that is primarily known? I mean, women are entering the field, of course. They're growing. They're doing way better. And even though women might be more capable than men, just saying, how has your experience been having to work in a field that was predominantly dominated by men in the past?
Yeah, great question. Definitely challenging. But at the same time, it's also about what you can give back to the society when you have the right opportunity. Every company needs to be very thoughtful and intentional about bringing in the right diversity on the team. It's not just about women, it's also about Black and Latinx. People from various backgrounds, and how open you are and how intentional you are. So, my recommendation is have the confidence, ask for what you want. I mean, sometimes we fail to make space for ourselves, and sometimes we over, I would say, we are very strict on ourselves and try to be picture perfect, and forget we are human, we can make mistakes. Don't judge yourself too harsh. It's okay to make mistakes, learn from mistakes. So have the confidence, go for it, and be intentional about empowering other people around you. I work with an organization called West, which helps women enter and stay in tech and succeed in tech. So I enjoy these mentoring sessions with women across the world and organizations. If you have that opportunity to contribute and learn from other experienced people, go for it.
I
And I
love
have
that.
had mentors, both women and men, who helped me with my career, my journey. And yeah, it's about taking the risk and asking for what you need.
Well, Rohini, two things. You're very down to earth, you're very humble, and I love that you're giving back to the environment, which is absolutely amazing. And I think the second point that you mentioned was it's okay to be human and make mistakes. I think social media has this preconceived notion that everyone's life is perfect, everyone's succeeding. We'll see a lot of posts about people getting a new job, a lot of people doing something excellent, but it's rarely that we see people talking about their failures, about how they got rejected. And now people are much more open to it because at the end of the day, we're humans. We learn from our setbacks, and it's how we take those setbacks and move forward, which as in like gives a competitive advantage compared to other candidates who will just take that setback and be like, I can't, I give up. So I think you touched upon something that's very important. But my last question for you, Rohini, would be your company is definitely growing. Would love to understand whether your company is hiring, what kind of positions are open. So if people are seeking for jobs, they know what to apply for.
Yeah. We are definitely growing. I mean, Gusto, as you mentioned, is one of the unicorns. Our current valuation is 10 billion, and we are fortunately um, providing small business owners an opportunity to continue to grow with Gusto. And there is a lot more to do. We've barely scratched the surface, and looking for people who are really motivated to support these small businesses and help them continue to have the right environment, be that differentiator, and have that peace of mind when they're running their business. Pandemic has been very, very hard for all these companies, and we want to make sure we build the right product at the right time to give them that peace of mind and opportunity to continue to grow. So I'd say if you're interested in a mission driven organization, hit up the website, and I'm also available on LinkedIn. And yeah, happy to get you connected with the right people.
Of course, even if it's not mission driven, I think anyone would be lucky to work under you, Rohini. I can see the humbleness, I can see the impact that you want to make in terms of differences in people's lives. It's people like you who are go out of their way to make a difference in the world, especially in the people. So thank you so much for coming on the show, for sharing about your wonderful journey and showing us that it is okay to make mistakes because we're human at the end of the day, and it's how we learn from those setbacks that makes us more stronger at the end of the day. So thank you so much, Rohini. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Mino, and take care.